1998, England v Argentina. Drama and controversy from start to finish. With just 5 minutes played, Diego Simeone earned Argentina a penalty. Batistuta was in the end fortunate to beat David Seaman, who guessed correctly. Michael Owen somehow managed to persuade the referee that his collision with Ayala warranted a penalty. Alan Shearer put an end to Argentina's run of 8 successive clean sheets. If England's first goal had an element of fortune about it, the second was pure magic. And to think, there are still those who maintain that Owen should have allowed Paul Scholes to have the shot. On the stroke of half-time, the English defence was breached by a nicely worked free kick. Zanetti, the scorer. The sending off of David Beckham for kicking out at Simeone then marred the second half. 10-man England held on though and took the game to penalties. David Batty had to score. He'd never taken a penalty before, but nobody else wanted it. Argentina had won 3 World Cup penalty shootouts, equaling Germany's record. In the next round, Argentina took on Holland. From the off, the Dutch controlled the tempo of the game, playing some beautiful possession football, and in 12 minutes, Kluivert put them in front. Argentina, though, looked dangerous on the break, and 5 minutes later, the lively Claudio Lopez scored Argentina's 100th finals goal and made it 1 apiece. Holland had to play the last 15 minutes of the second half with 10 men when Arthur Newman got a second yellow card for his challenge on Diego Simeone. Ariel Ortega soon evened things up. He was going to receive a yellow card, but it turned red following his supposed headbutt on Van der Sar. That's the bad and the ugly taken care of. Now for the good, or should we say, sublime. Dennis Bergkamp's 89th minute winner was his 36th for his country, breaking a record that had stood for over 30 years. Holland, without Gullit or Van Basten, were not the force of old. Brazil, though, in Bebeto and Romario, had a more than useful strike partnership. After setting up Romario for 1-0, Bebeto then outpaced the Dutch defence, who looked half asleep, and rounded Ed de Hoy. Nice goal. Shame about the celebration. Brazil had only conceded once in their 4 games, so Holland did well to get back into the match. Firstly, through Bergkamp. Then Arne Winter, 2-2. Unfortunately for the Dutch, their efforts proved to be in vain. Branco's free kick sending the eventual winners through to the semi-final, the round where 4 years later they would beat who else but Holland. Argentina apart, France had looked the most exciting sight at Mexico '86. But it was the tidy Brazilians who took the game by the scruff of the neck with a neat goal from Careca. On 41 minutes, Platini scored his 41st goal on the day of his 31st birthday, the first conceded by Brazil in the tournament. The key moment came when Zico, just on as a sub, stepped up to take a 73rd minute penalty, even though Careca had taken a previous spot kick. Into extra time and 3 minutes from the end, Carlos unpunished challenge and Ballon, who was clean through, had shades of Battiston Schumacher about it, though far, far less X-rated. Penalties, and Zico had his shot at redemption in his last game for Brazil. At 3-3, Platini, the dead ball king, fired over the bar. But as a special birthday treat, Julio Cesar cancelled out Platini's rare miss. It was down to Luis Fernandez to win the game. He coolly obliged. Happy birthday, Michel. A great game and memorable victory.